But I did a video on Anthony Jones recently, and a lot of people had good things to say. Some people had bad things to say because they thought I was glorifying a gangster. And I mean, we don't kind of explain that part on here. Right. But I just wanted to ask you again, for the sake of DC/Baltimore. A lot of young people that watch the channel, they seem to be surprised that I push a DC Baltimore coolness or affiliation, and they was, I think they are misunderstood. And Babyface has just recently sent some pictures home with some Baltimore brothers in it, and some Baltimore guys have been posting Babyface and their homies on their Instagram and social media platforms. So I always say that, Baltimore dudes are homies, and I try to explain and understand that a lot of times people haven't been to prison, so they think that the Baltimore DC stereotype is a gimmick. But
not only that, Richmond dudes is with DMV. You got dudes from Richmond that roll with DC, but mainly Baltimore, because that's right across the street. In the history of Baltimore and DC back in the 70s, they took care of us. Some of the biggest dope boys out of Baltimore, Lil Melvin, Chinaman, Ghost, all them dudes took care of me and brothers and us in Atlanta. Lil Melvin took care of a lot of homies, man. Had a pool room in Baltimore, one of the biggest dope boys out of Baltimore, Liddy Jones. All them dudes, man, we come up under them dudes, man. I used to go with Liddy Jones' wife's sister. So we always had a relationship. Now, whatever's happening on the street, this gang stuff, and I don't know nothing about that. But in the penitentiary, Baltimore always rolled with DC. You know what I mean? So, Anthony Jones, man, he right there with the homies.
And let me ask you this: they had Anthony Jones on this no human contact. I went to his case, and his case said that he go. And some of that been changed. We could talk about it. Just look that up. But in the beginning, they only let him talk to his lawyers, one of two of them, and his mother. Right? So I got an idea, but I'm asking you this question as if I don't know anything. Okay? So how would Anthony Jones realistically take care of himself? I know that you're going to say, they're going to get him, but break that down. How does he survive in ADX and you can't write out to nobody other than your lawyer or your mother? Like, how does he survive?
See, the courts put you on a status called SAMS. And that means...
You remember what that stands for?
No,
but I know it's something about communication.
That's what they had Bird Mills, TD, a man, leader of the gangsters, King Bloods. They can't get no money from nobody. They only could call their lawyer and their mother. They can't get no newspapers, no magazines. I can't remember what Sam's, but that only could come from a judge. And prison is prison. People gonna find a way to get at you. You know what I mean? You might have 99% cold-blooded police, but if you got 1%, let's say, I'll pass it to them. You know what I mean? So, just like everything else in prison, you're going to find out how to make a knife out of something. If it's a spoon or a bottle or, you know what I mean? Cut the plastic off the light. So when it comes to surviving, and then dudes in prison is genius. We used to take a yarn and tie someone in and slide it under the door all the way across the hall, pretty big, and showed me how to fish. We call it fishing. You know what I mean? So if a dude can't get enough, if he rounds somebody, another brother, and not only that, when you have brothers, you don't have to be from DC or Baltimore. It could be a brother from Mississippi, but if he a convict and he see that brother, it's gonna be an honor just to see another brother.
Steve tried to demonstrate that in his interview.
Yeah, it's gonna be, hey bro, where you from? I'm from Baltimore, I'm from Mississippi. You all right? No, I can't get nothing. Man, I got some stuff, can I get something to you? I got the police come on midnight, stay up here, bring me. So we gonna find a way. And if you got police, if you in one of them units where all the police don't pass nothing and hate convicts, you ingenuity, you gonna come up with a way. I'll go to the law library, stash in the gym, come behind me later on. We're gonna survive, man. We're gonna survive.